Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Game Key podcast. My name is Daniel, aka Winfield. This is Killian, aka Tux. Say hello, Killian.
Hello.
And we're going to guide you through some new releases, our favorite deals, and gaming news of the week as well. So, yeah, we're not going to mess about. We're just going to let's just jump straight in and see how it goes. So, first up, we have of course the top games out this week, and the first one is 33 Immortals.
33 Immortals, a co-op action roguelike for 33 players. An amazing amount of players for a game. You have to fight through dungeon in a massive group. You all cooperate in this game. You fight together against monsters and different bosses in the game. You all fight with your swords and you have magic abilities. And it's a co-op with 33 players, so you can play with as many friends as you want. I don't think you ever played with 33 players in one session. Did you do it, Daniel?
I mean, only if you're talking about, I don't know, but I think the most I got to when we were 10 or 11 playing the old school like Halo games, when you take your TV and your Xbox around to each other's house. Have LAN parties. That's about it. I've not done 33 online. I've only got 3 friends, I think, nowadays. So I could do 3 Immortals, but I couldn't do 33. 33 Immortals sounds fun. Looks like a decent game. And it's all about the loot at the end of the day. We'll see if goes anywhere.
And it's released for PC and for the Xbox Series.
Yeah, but it's only out on Epic Games on PC.
Yeah, sadly no Steam.
Yeah, which will put a lot of people off, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Next up, we have MLB The Show 25, which is out. It's out on PS5, Switch, and Xbox Series X. One of those games that doesn't get PC releases for some reason, because I think this would be massively popular on PC. I think PC's crying out for a baseball game. Now, I'm an okay baseball fan. I kind of understand the rules. You have a bat, you hit it, you try to hit it out the park, and then you run around some bases. That's pretty much what I know about baseball. And this one, obviously, it's the next generation. Like I said, you don't really have much choice when it comes to baseball. MLB The Show is the standout in the genre. Yeah, if you like your baseball, you like your sport. I mean, I will watch the World Series when that's on. MLB The Show, out now. Like I said, only on consoles, though.
And then next, we have the big Ubisoft release of the year, Assassin's Creed Shadows. It released yesterday, 20th of March, and it's not terrible. It's not terrible. I haven't played it yet, but we have very good reviews, 81% positive on Steam, with over 4,000 reviews. You're a shinobi or a samurai in the feudal Japan. You can fight aggressively as samurai, or as a shinobi, you can play silently and hide from your enemies. And it's an Assassin's Creed game. What can you say? You have a very big world to explore. You can climb on top of roofs and kill enemies. It's an Assassin's Creed in Japan, and it's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, reviews have been good. It's got a high rate on Metacritic. When I saw it's like 86 or something on Metacritic. So pretty decent. Like I said, it's Assassin's Creed. You know what you're going to get. There's going to be a lot of repetitiveness in there. And it looks like all the negative reviews are just people complaining about Ubisoft Connect.
Yeah.
Ubisoft might fix their company. We'll see. Next up, Wreckfest 2, and I'm a little bit disappointed in myself because I had no idea this was coming out, and I was a big fan of the first one. I played a lot of the first game. But Wreckfest 2 is out now in early access. It will come out for PC, Xbox Series X, and PS5. I believe in early access you only get 3 cars at the moment, 3 cars from the first game, and you only get minimal customization, which is
4 cars. It's 4 cars.
Or 4 cars, which is just their colours. But yeah, no, Wreckfest 2. It's Demolition Derby, if anyone old enough to remember that. And if you're not old enough to remember that, basically cars, you crash into each other, last one survives wins. But you have a track to race around as well. It's going to have various game modes. Be fun. I really enjoyed it. And the damage is quite realistic, and the sound and visuals of it are quite realistic as well. But like I said, it was just like destroying things. Breakfast 2. And next up we have Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition on the Nintendo Switch. I've never played a Xenoblade game. I know they're massively popular as well. I mean, this one must be the Definitive Edition, so it's been remastered. And as it says here, you fight for survival while exploring the vast expanses of an alien world. You know, it's a visually enhanced version of the game. Yeah, pretty good. And that came out on the 20th of March, so it's only just out now.
Yeah. Then we have Bleach Rebirth of Souls. This game also released yesterday for PC, PS5, PS4, and Xbox Series. It's a 3D anime action fighter set in the Bleach universe, you know, from the anime. You will see many of the popular characters and fight with your sword skills. The reviews are pretty mixed. 44% on Steam with over 1,000 views. Not the best, but if you like the anime, you'll probably like the game as well. Test it out, check it out. And it's Steam, so you can always give it back if you don't like it.
Yeah, the reviews are not great for it, are they?
No.
Not great at all.
Many crashes in the game, so the PC port isn't the best, sadly. Maybe they'll fix it in the future.
Yeah, hopefully they do. I mean, I've never watched Bleach, so I can't say I'm a big fan of it. And I think if you are a huge fan of Bleach, you're going to be sorely disappointed in this right now.
No.
Yeah, pick it up if you fancy it. Again, I'm also not into my one-on-one fighters. Okay.
Yeah, me neither.
And of course, another big release. That really, really long title. Atelier Yuma, The Alchemist of Memories in the Vision Land. Ridiculous title. That's out. That's also out to mixed reviews. But yeah, it's exploration hack and slash JRPG. You know what you're going to get with them. There's lots of running about. There's lots of talking. Some loot involved in there as well. Lots of smashing your buttons. And you're going to discover why alchemy is forbidden and what happened to the kingdom that had it, the continent that had it, and they just disappeared because of a catalyst event. Yeah, JRPG. You know exactly what you're going to get. But I tell you, Yuma is out right now on PS5, PS4, Switch, Xbox One, and Xbox Series XS, and of course, Steam.
And then next we have Kaiserpunk. Kaiserpunk will release today in approximately 2 hours. So when you hear the podcast, it's probably out already. So you can play it then. It's a mix of a city builder with the strategy war game. You build your city in the time after the First World War. You build your infrastructure, you go on industry, you build troops, and then you go for world domination. You have to fight in a war on the strategic map. So it's a mix of city builder and a strategy game. I like the combi. I will probably test it out in a few days. So yeah, out now when you hear the podcast probably.
Yeah, it's an interesting twist on the strategy game, and I'm looking forward to trying that one actually. A good game. And that breaks us into the gaming news of the week. And there's some pretty big gaming news as well. There's more exciting news than I think last week's. So first up, we have Olden Era, the awakening of a new gameplay for the revival of Heroes and Might and Magic. Yes, Might and Magic is coming back. We've all played them. We've probably all played them terribly. We've probably all complained about the graphics and the outdated gameplay. But it's back. Heroes and Might and Magic, Olden Era. It's right here. And it looks good as well. You know, it's going to be done by Unfrozen Studio. You can sign up right now for the arena mode, which I think is just a play test. That's all it is. The play test is out. Sign up for it right now. Check it out. And yeah, the strategy series is about to get even better. If you're an old school strategist like me, you play the old Warhammer games and things like that, absolutely love it. And if you can try it right now, do it. But gotta be quick because the playtest ends on March the 28th. So it runs from March 17th to March 28th. You've not got long. Sign up right now.
Then next we have deal signed by People Can Fly with Sony, and they develop a new game together. People Can Fly are the developers of the VR game Bulletstorm, for example, and the other co-developers of upcoming games like Gears of War E Day. And they're now working on a new project, on a new IP, together with Sony for a possible PS5 exclusive title. But sadly, there aren't many details now, either from People Can Fly or Sony. So we have to wait what they will do. Probably a VR game, but it's not sure yet. So we have to wait a few weeks or months, and then we get more info about that.
Yeah, it's supposed to be yeah, People Can Fly, interesting studio, you know. Yeah, of course they did Outriders as well. But yeah, they've signed up a first party deal with Sony. Sony don't do first party deals often, so it's gonna be an interesting one. It's gonna be a new IP, I think, from Sony. Be interesting to see. But yeah, we'll find out soon what that is. Looking forward to it. And big news as well, Xbox gets smarter. Microsoft are launching their Copilot AI across all platforms. First, it's going to be out on mobile. And Copilot, if you haven't seen it, is basically basically a Microsoft version of helping gamers inside games. They want to be able to introduce things like tutorials, what you did in your last gaming session as well, just like a little brief summary of it, and give you hints as well. So when you're in game now, you'll be able to hit a button, Copilot pops up, it tells you exactly how to play the game, or gives you a suggestion on where to go next, or what to do next, what to craft next. You know, if you're in Minecraft, that's the big game they showed. You know, if you've never played it before, you jump in, you ask Copilot what to do, and it gives you step-by-step instructions at a click of a button, just like that. But if you also wanted to find out what you did in the last gaming session, because you hadn't played it for a month or two, it will give you a brief summary of everything you did and catch you up. So yeah, Copilot AI is going to be big news, and they're testing out on mobile soon, and I expect maybe to see it in Xbox first party games maybe as early as next year. We'll see. I'm looking forward to it.
I would like the summary of some games. That would be amazing if I didn't play the game for a month or even years, and then I would get a summary after all this time. That would be amazing.
Yeah, how many times have you started up a game that you've not played for 2 months? You go, where was I up to? Oh, well, I'm going to have to delete my character and start all over again. And you're 40, 50 hours into it. So yeah, you won't need to do that anymore. Yeah, I'm a big fan of AI. I use AI daily. Write this article. But yeah, I use AI daily for absolutely everything. So I'm all for it, man. I know it's going to take a lot of us our jobs, but for gaming, it's only going to improve it. Let's be honest. We already use it for graphics and things like that. Why not use it to help us in game as well?
Yeah. Then next we have 4A Studios, which celebrate 15 years of gaming. 4A, they are the developers of the Metro series, and they gave us a new big hint about the new game on their 15-year celebration. And they teased that they want to include some of their real-world experiences. For don't know, 4A Game Studios is a Ukrainian studio, so they're in a war right now, so they have the best input on that. And they want to put some of the Russian invasion into the game. They want to show it in their next Metro sequel, and give an anti-war message with it, with their dark narrative in the game. I think that's a pretty promising thing. I love the Metro series. I played all the games a few times already, and if they put the war in the game, I think it's a good thing to give some awareness about it, show how harsh it is for them right now, probably. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and we'll definitely play it when it releases.
Yeah, you're right. The Metro series is really, really gritty and really dark. So the real world experiences, I'm sure, like I said, have probably helped them build a new game. We've got to be patient with it because you don't know, the circumstances they're working under. So it's going to take a while, but they have promised to have a hard-hitting political, anti-war, and emotional story. I'm looking forward to 15 years of Metro. Yeah, I played them all as well. Yeah, good games. Yeah. Next one, Dark Outlaw Games, has been created by a virtual game director, Jason Blundell, and he's working on the PlayStation Studios. So Jason Blundell, not Jason Blundell. Jason Blundell's the podcaster, I think. Oh no, Jace Blundell is the person we're talking about. Jeez, I'm having a meltdown. Jace Blundell worked on, he's pretty well known, to be fair, because he works on the Call of Duty Zombies. He was a big part of creating that. He directed a Call of Duty game as well. Yeah, he's come from the COD franchise. He's created a new studio, and he's working with PlayStation, who seems to be branching out quite a bit these days. And yeah, they're going to be working on a new project together, whatever that is. But with Blundell at it, and with his COD experience and COD Zombies experience, people are expecting a fast-paced FPS with a bit of storytelling in there too. Again, we're just gonna have to wait. Just gonna have to wait to find out. It's exciting if you. It's exciting for PlayStation, I'm sure. The one thing we can say is probably not going to be a live service game because PlayStation have cancelled quite a lot of them up the last few months. And after the disaster that was Concord, I don't think they want to touch it again for a while.
Yeah, probably. Then next, we have Fatal Fury City of the Wolves, and they will get a second open beta on March 26th. Fatal Fury City of the Wolves is a 2D action fighter game. It's a brand new entry in the Fatal Fury series, and starting on March 26th, you can join the next open beta. There you can test the game for free for 4 days. The beta will run from March 27 to March 31, but you have to sign up until March 26th. And then you can play the game. You can test it out before it releases on 24th of April 2025 for PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, and the PC. So if you want to test it, March 26th.
Yeah, not that long. Now, all the big news as well. PlayStation, again, I'm telling you, they're everywhere at the moment. The God of War TV show that's upcoming, they've already got a second season, and they're still writing the first season. So that's going to be big news as well. If you haven't heard, God of War is getting a TV show. It's coming from Amazon, who did Fallout, also Lord of the Rings, Rings of Power. Let's forget that one. But Amazon did do Fallout, one of the best video game TV adaptations ever, probably. Everyone absolutely loved it. And I know a lot of people who are not gamers and who've never played Fallout who loved the show as well. And God of War is going to be big news. It's reportedly going to follow the first game, the 2018 reboot. But yeah, the second season, which will likely follow God of War Ragnarok. Don't know. It's coming. It's coming soon, but it's going to take a little while, I think, because Amazon recently hit the reset button late last year. A lot of the writers left, and I think they've restarted it from scratch, so it is being written right now. But yeah, Ron Moore as confirmed. Second season of God of War already greenlit, despite there not being a first season yet. Big news.
Yeah.
I don't know how TV studios do that. Yeah, we'll do 2 seasons. Don't know how the first season is going to turn out, but we'll do a second one anyway.
It will be a disaster. Only 500 people watch it, but we have a second season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're feeling confident. I like it. That gives me hope for it as well, because if they get it right, Kratos' story is pretty cool. If they get it right,
Yeah,
it's going to be a really good show.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully.
Then next we have something more about Assassin's Creed Shadows. Maybe you didn't knew it, but Ubisoft prepped lawyers before the release. Ubisoft had a big team of lawyers ready for the game release, so all the developers wouldn't get harassed. They had an anti-harassment plan for them. So just in case the game would be terrible, they would be covered. But luckily, like we already said a few minutes ago, the game has pretty good reviews, so they won't need all the lawyers. Probably a few would be enough. But yeah, they were prepared for a bad release. I don't think that's a good thing. But if you look at all the recent Ubisoft releases, it's reasonable to have a team of lawyers ready, sadly.
Yeah, I mean, it's not good when you have to prepare lawyers in case your staff get harassed for creating a bad game.
Yeah.
That's not a great time. I don't like that at all. And I don't know why people bother the developers. I don't get it. They're just working like everyone else does. You know,
Yeah.
they're not going to come into your supermarket and harass you while you're stocking your shelf.
Yeah, exactly.
They shouldn't do it at all. But it also shows a lack of confidence by Ubisoft in what they're doing at the moment. If they think their game is going to be so bad, that they
Yeah.
have to prep lawyers, because that's another way you can look at it as well. You can say, oh, they're protecting their staff, which they are, rightfully. But for me, it also shows that Ubisoft are an absolute disaster at the moment and don't expect big things, which, you know, says a lot about the company for me as well. But yeah, like you said, fortunately, Assassin's Creed Shadows, so far, everyone's enjoying, which is nice. Next up, we have Wyrdsong, which will no longer be an open RPG. As we know, open RPGs probably I don't know, probably the second hardest game to make after an MMO, I would say. You know, there's so much that goes into it, so much creation, yeah, so much thought. People think big open world RPGs are quite easy because the player just runs around and messes about. But you have to craft a convincing one, and one that's going to keep players engaged for 60, 70 hours. But Wyrdsong has changed. It's no longer an open RPG. They lost funding last year from NetEase, who is the publisher. So yeah, they've lost funding. So yeah, they're struggling a little bit. So they're going to keep it, I think, more linear, more story-based driven, and they're going to keep it simple. If you haven't heard of Wyrdsong, that's a shame, because it does look like a decent game. It's set in 12th century Portugal, around the Templars. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, unfortunately, no longer an open world RPG, and I think that helps games as well. You know, I think some companies, some developers get stuck in that whole, oh, we have to make it massive. You know, we have to give the player lots of choices. You don't have to create a convincing game. I've been playing a lot of RoboCop at the moment, RoboCop Rogue City. Very linear, not much of an open world, a little bit, but not much. And sometimes you just want to get through a good story. So hopefully they get that bit right.
Yeah.
And there's also no release date or anything yet, so yeah, we've no idea when it's coming.
The next, we have some leaks about Resident Evil 9. The leaker Dust Golem gave us some new leaks, and he said that the game won't play like Resident Evil 8 or the recent remakes. He says that the developers do something very ambitious, in his words, and that's why the development taking so long. They want to implement many new things in this horror series and reinvent the series a bit. So yeah. Yeah.
I wonder what that even means, because he says they're not doing anything like the remasters, and they're not doing anything like Resident Evil 7 or 8. Resident Evil 7 and 8 were first person. Resident Evil 4, 3, and 2 remakes were over the shoulder cameras. So what are they doing? Like, are they doing top down? Is that what we're going now?
Oh, that would be sad.
Yeah, it would be sad. People would be upset about that one.
Very sad.
But yeah, Resident Evil 9 is supposed to be very ambitious from Capcom. They're doing something a little bit different. We'll see if they pull it off. I think they've been really good in recent years for Resident Evil. I've played all the remakes, played the newer games as well. They're all fantastic. Absolutely loved Resident Evil 4 remake, and I hate the original. So, yeah. Big news coming from RE9 very, very soon. And we possibly might hear about it at Gamescom 2025 in August. Maybe. Next up, Last Epoch Season 2 was delayed because they wanted to avoid the Path of Exile 2 update, which is coming in the first week of April. The Last Epoch is a little bit like Diablo, a little bit like Path of Exile. You know, you got your isometric RPG. You're all about the loot. It's a good game as well if you haven't tried it. But it was going to have Season 2, which I believe is called Tombs of the Erased, on April the 2nd. However, Path of Exile 2, which is going to take the world by storm when that releases out of early access, is having a massive update on April the 4th, while still in early access. So yeah, to avoid it, the developers have pushed, developers 11th hour have pushed it back 2 weeks. But their Season 2 starts on April the 17th because they didn't want to split the fan base, because they know some people are going to rather play the Path of Exile 2 update, some will play theirs. They want everyone in at the same time. And I think that's a good move. I think that's wise. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Many of these action RPG players play all the games, and they play to the updates because in 2 weeks you can get all the new content, and then you can switch to the games. So they often switch. I know many players who do that. So it's, I think, a great move to delay it for 2 weeks. So then you have 2 weeks to get all of the new content in Path of Exile 2, and then you can switch to Last Epoch and play all the new content there. So I think it's a great move for them.
Yeah, so you don't have to plan your limited time now between the two games. You can do both. It's good. It's a good move.
Then next we have Assassin's Creed Shadows again, something about it. And we will get full Steam Deck support at the launch. So we have full Steam Deck support now. So if you want to enjoy Assassin's Creed Shadows from your couch, from anywhere, you can play it on your Steam Deck. If you own it on Steam, you don't need to buy it again. It's just there for the Steam Deck. It runs. It doesn't run as good as on the PC, obviously, but it's fully supported with lower FPS than anything, but it's running, so you can play it anywhere if you want to.
Yeah, Assassin's Creed on Steam Deck. Steam verified. Next up we have Aquatica, which is a new Ark Survival Evolved DLC. I mean, this has been a while coming. I think the last one was 2022. And I thought they'd moved on from Ark Survival Evolved. They seem to be doing everything else. So this caught a lot of people by surprise. And it's taken the game underwater as well. It's got new underwater areas. So there's going to be new crafting. There's going to be new dinosaurs. Familiar ones that have been evolved to be able to have survive in the water. Going to be a lot of danger in there as well. You know, it's going to change up crafting. It's going to be much more survival as well. You got dinosaurs to worry about. You got your breathing to worry about. And you got the pitch black of the water as well. Yes, but it's an interesting one in Aquatica. Very, very interesting. It says here, you discover 17 new creatures, mutated variants of familiar dinosaurs, like we've said. It's got 60 new engrams, and you can get lead boots, which allow you to walk along the ocean's floor. It's going to be interesting. I don't know where this has come from, but it's going to be out in June 2025 across all platforms. So random.
The next we have Croc.
Oh, I love Croc. I cannot wait.
Gobbos.
I cannot wait for Croc.
You can't wait.
Can't wait.
Can't wait. You don't need to wait much long. April 2nd. Only less than 2 weeks, and then you can play the remastered, I think, of the game. Croc, Legend of Gobbos. You follow the crocodile in his colorful and heartwarming journey to rescue his family of Gobbos from Baron Dante, the evil sorcerer. I think you can tell a bit more about the game. You played it. You played the original, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I was playing it 10 years before you were born. Maybe even longer. Might have been 15 years before you were born. It came out in 1997, I believe. Yeah, absolutely love Croc. Played a lot of it. You know, I was only 11 at the time. But this was the best part of gaming. These platformers were so good. You know, you had Spyro, you had this, you had Crash Bandicoot. But Croc was one of my favorites, and it's about time it's got a remaster. It's absolutely time. And the good news is, when games like this are redone, because it's the original developers that have done it as well, they've come back to do it after years of, you know, disappearing. So the original developers are working on it, so you know it's going to be good. It's going to have enhanced graphics. Gameplay is going to be modernized. It's going to be a lot smoother. I think the kids will love it. I'm going to love it. You know, it's full of nostalgia. And hopefully, we get a sequel. Wouldn't that be good if we get Croc 2 or even more? You know, because there was a Croc 2. Hopefully, we get a remake of that and possible more content. Hope so. But this, I'm going to be playing a lot of. Cannot wait.
And the game will launch on many platforms: PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series, Switch, and the PC. So you can play it on any console out there. So the Croc, Legend of Gobbos, for everyone.
I know what Killian's thinking, and I know what everyone else is thinking who hasn't played it. Is a crocodile with a backpack. Yes, it is. But it's amazing. Cannot wait. And yeah, big news if you're a System Shock fan. System Shock 2 25th Anniversary Remaster, releasing June 26th. System Shock 2. People have been asking it for a while, to be fair. The System Shock remake was massively popular. Very good game. I mean, the original was a very good game. The remaster did a very good job of faithfully recreating it with just new graphics And now System Shock 2 is coming 26th of June. Super exciting. I don't know. Please tell me you played these ones, Killian. I'll cry.
And then go cry. I
Oh.
haven't played them.
Damn. But yeah, no. Coming out. Well, it's coming out anyway, June 26th. Looking forward to it.
And I think with that, we got all the important gaming news of this week covered.
That is all the gaming news of the week, which is fun. Like I said, Croc. It's all about Croc. Don't even care about anything else. Croc. But yeah, that brings us on to the releases for next week. And first up, we have Breakout Beyond. Breakout is back, they exclaim. I haven't played Breakout. It's kind of it's an old school game. One of those, how to even describe it? It's an arcade game. And you just bounce a ball back towards a goal and just break blocks. Now, it doesn't sound exciting. It really doesn't.
It really doesn't.
It doesn't. But you know, games weren't very exciting, were they, when they first came out? Yeah. But it's quite different. It's one of those where you can. It has a perfect balance of switching your brain off or keeping you engaged at the same time. It's kind of like for idle games these days. You just have to every now and then focus on it. And it's just one of those things you can play alone and have fun and go for leaderboards. And people love leaderboards. They're quite addictive. I think you will suffer from, let's just have one more go at that. I can beat that. Just one more go. And the colours will keep you happy as well for anyone that's, got a short attention span. It's colourful. So, yeah. And that's going to come out on the 25th of March. So, again, you've only got a few more days. It's coming out on PC, PS4, PS5, and Xbox and Switch.
And then next, we have AI Limit. New action RPG anime game with Souls-like elements, like it seems. So you fight in time after the civilization is gone extinct. There are no more humans there, and you have to fight against robots, monsters, and much more. It's a Souls-like game, so it will be pretty hard. You will die often. You will have to retry and level your character again to get stronger in the next time. The game will release on 27th of March for PC and PS5. And if you like anime games, Souls-like games, then it'll probably be something for you. Test it out. 27th of March.
Yep. And Atomfall, which this is an interesting one for me. This is done by Rebellion, the people who do Sniper Elite, of course. This one is set in Britain after a nuclear disaster. So you don't have to run about the American wasteland. You can run about the British wasteland, which I promise is much greener and much more fun. Because the Fallout games are always bleak and deserty, aren't they? They're always horrible and quite not very colourful. But it's Britain. So hopefully there'll be lots of tea drinking, that sort of thing. I'm looking forward to this one. It is kind of based around a real life event which happened in Northern England. In the 80s, I believe, when a nuclear power plant had a little bit of a meltdown. Obviously, it never came. It's not like this in Britain today. It's not this. This is
not.
No,
it's no robots running around.
Yeah, if you watch the BBC, then it kind of feels like this at times. But no, it's actually not like this. I don't walk out into my street to find robots walking down the street with guns. That's not a thing. But yeah, look forward to this one. And for obviously, you're gonna have crafting. You got survival elements as well. I'm assuming you're gonna have to avoid radiation. And yeah, it looks quite good, to be honest. I'm gonna check it out definitely. And Rebellion are known because they're doing a Sniper Elite series for their, they got some pretty good gunplay. They know how to work guns and action. It's gonna be an interesting one. Looking forward to it. And this is out on the 27th of March as well. And it's out on PC, PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and Xbox Series XS. Yeah. You're going to find out what it's like in Britain these days. You're going to buy it.
I will test it, yeah. I'll test it, probably. I will look at the green of Britain and compare to the Fallout games I liked.
It's going to be much better, trust me.
And I hope there's tea. If there's no tea, then it's a bad game.
Yeah, I agree. It's got red telephone boxes, so all it needs now is someone drinking tea, and this trailer would be absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
That's not the only games coming out this week, though, We've got one, which is the first Berserker Kazan. That comes out on the 27th of March as well. A hardcore action role-playing game, a Souls-like, set 800 years before the events of Dungeon Fighter Online. So this is going to be a big game as well. And I know this is coming out because I pre-ordered it yesterday.
Oh,
Because if you pre-order, you can play it 3 days early. So I'm going to be playing it 3 days early. It's not usually my kind of game. I mean, I'm going to upset absolutely everyone right now. I have not played Elden Ring.
oh,
I know. I didn't like Dark Souls 3 or Dark Souls 1. I only like Dark Souls 2. Not
what?
really. Yeah.
What?
Dark Souls 2 is a masterpiece for me.
Okay.
But I hated the others. Not really a Souls-like person, but I have pre-ordered it. I tried the demo, which you can try on Steam right now. That was okay. So yeah, pre-ordered it. Looking forward to it. And that's out March 27th as well on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation. Look at that.
I think now we got all the big release of next week covered. And we have some deals to present you. First, Dead Cells for the Nintendo Switch. Dead Cells, one of my favorite roguelikes. I played a lot a few years ago. It's a 2D action roguelike. Pretty fun. I liked it. And now 50% off on the Nintendo Switch. So only €12.50. So try it out if you have a Switch and enjoy roguelikes.
Yeah, you can also get the Return to Castlevania bundle for 40% off, which is probably worth it because the Castlevania DLC was pretty good for the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's Dead Cells. And Killing's Right is one of the best in the genre, to be honest. I played a lot of it as well. And last up for our deals, our favorite deals at the moment, Cyberpunk 2077. If you haven't played it, you should. We know it had a disaster at launch. To be honest, I played it launch day, and the only bug I encountered, the only problem I encountered was that one of the NPCs at the beginning was floating in the air. That's about it.
That's not bad.
Yeah, but to be honest, in Cyberpunk, believable. So
Yeah.
it didn't really take me out of the game
True.
too much. But yeah, it's had so many updates since then. It's a very good game. It's CD Projekt Red. They're a very good game developer. And they fixed the game. It's absolutely incredible. It looks fantastic. It's overwhelmingly positive on Steam recently, which says a lot about where it's come from, considering it got taken down off the PlayStation Store by Sony. But yeah, right now on Steam you can get 60% off until March the 27th. So that's next. Is that next?
And 40%, 84% off on the Ultimate Edition.
Yeah.
So you can get the Phantom Liberty DLC, which brings the new district, new content for a good price. So test out.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
the best time right
Because
now.
the Phantom Liberty expansion, you can get for just cheaper than the standard game, so you may as well get them both and save a bit of money as well. But yeah, massively popular game, fantastic one to get as well, and it's got Keanu Reeves in it these days. So yeah, go get it. Very good game. And I believe that's everything, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's everything. That's
We're
fantastic.
done.
We've had a great time. Yeah, we've had a fantastic time. Like I said, I'm just looking forward to Croc. That's the only thing I want in my life. Just Croc. I can't wait. April the 2nd.
The crocodile with the backpack. Yeah.
Honestly, it doesn't sound fun. He's just picking up gems. He's jumping on platforms. I so can't wait. So can't wait. And like I said, it's from the original developer. And it's not many times that the original developer remasters a game 25 years later.
Yeah, that's right.
So unless it's Capcom who remaster everything they do. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. April the 2nd, that one. Yeah, that's it. What about you? What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to Adamfall, I think. I want to test it.
Yeah.
I want to test Adamfall.
It does look interesting as well, to be honest with you. It's set in Northern England as well, which is a good one. I know it very well. Of course, being in the Northern England, being a Northern boy. So yeah, very much interested in that one as well. See where Rebellion goes with it. And I didn't even know that game was coming out, to be honest. So another one that's caught me by surprise, just like Wreckfest 2. So many games to try.
Yeah.
What have you been playing recently?
Oh, I didn't play very much this week. I got back to Just Cause 3.
Wow.
I don't know why. I just got back into it. Just played a little bit around. and I have nearly 100 hours in this game. 100 hours just cause 3.
Hopefully that's
Wow.
not just this week.
No, just this week.
That would be a problem for you. I've been playing Lord of the Rings Online. I got back into that quite heavy. Oh yeah, and I was playing RoboCop Rogue City as well. Playing that. So yeah, that's a decent game because obviously you got the standalone expansion coming out soon. I thought I'd give it a go, and it was like 80% off in the Steam Spring sale.
Oh,
It's the only game I bought from the sale. The only game. I usually buy like 10, 15 games, but I only bought the one. I was playing that yesterday and I quite enjoyed it. But no, that's it. That's the podcast over and done with. Quite a good one. Lots of stuff in this one. Got through it quite decently though, quite fast. So yeah, thank you very much everyone for watching as always. Hit like, hit subscribe. That's what people say. And yeah, until next week. See you soon. Anything you want to say, Killian, before we go?
Drink tea.
That's it. That's your message for the day. Drink tea.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye.